Okay, it's the first week in June, and we're going to take a look at the garden. So we have had a lot of growth in the past week. We had very warm temperatures, so it has produced a lot of growth on some things. And we finally have our irrigation on the perimeter in there now. So basically, I can turn one valve and then everything gets watered. Makes it very nice and easy to do that. So our first stop here is the snow peas. So we planted these in the 20th of March here, and they've done fantastic, a lot better than their cousins there that were planted at the same time. I'm guessing just due to the sun exposure, but they are finally kicked out some snow peas. And so there they are, Oregon Giant, I believe is the variety. And so we have those. They're very delicious. And finally, producing. They were just flowering about a week and a half ago. And when I came out here this weekend, I noticed, wow, they're there. So I need to grab those up and harvest them from there. There's also some on those ones over there. So pretty exciting. They're all coming at the same time. So I have lots of those. Tomatoes are still looking good. Still have flowers. Remember, everything got beat down pretty bad about a week and a half ago from the hailstorm, but things are really popping back up. And so, actually, probably need to get in here and start pinning those to the fence. I know I've been talking about it, but I just never got around to it. So I need to do that. That way we can get them to grow up and start pruning them out a little bit. Now they're getting some serious heavy growth on them. That's fantastic. Our box that hasn't been planted yet. And then our beans in the back are looking good. Yeah, we've had some little stuff eating on them, but I think they're recovering quite nicely. So all the different kinds of beans are looking good. And once again, you can see the new PVC there that we put up there. So now the PVC in there and out here all allows us to irrigate much more effectively and easier. And then on the back side, we have these other tomatoes. They were recovering pretty good. They had lost a bunch of leaves and stuff in the storm, but they're recovering. There's a few flowers, not a whole lot. I think they're putting their energy back into just recreating their leaves and stuff. So looking good. Our asparagus, very, very bushy and strong, and we have a lot of the asparagus berries forming there, which this variety is actually not supposed to do that. Just put all their energy into the other stuff, but that's what happens. So anyway, they're looking good and bushy. I still haven't, keep forgetting I need to make a little cage for them to keep them out of the way. But anyway, now we have our squash and eggplant box with the onion from last year, which is getting ginormous, and I'll probably have to take it out soon. But these guys got really hurt. These squash were very small when this hailstorm happened not too long ago, but they have recovered is an understatement. So basically, those 4 squash are fantastic. That one's the smallest, but this guy's just ginormous. So they're doing very well. The eggplant are not looking so hot. They all they weren't very large to begin with, and then they have their all their damage from the storm or something else, and so they're not looking too hot. But we'll leave them in there and see how things go for now. These are the other 2 eggplant that we bought at a different place at a later date, different variety, and obviously the difference between those is night and day. So we'll have to consider whether we might replace some of these eggplant with some larger ones, just to kind of get them going, because they have suffered a lot and they're tiny. So we'll see how that goes. And then up here, our corn's looking great. It's really started to pop, take off here. Probably 6 to 12 inches, most of them. So that's fantastic. And we still haven't put anything in this part right here yet. We're going to figure out what we're going to put there. And then we have our banana peppers, our poor little guy over there who only has a few leaves. but as long as he has a leaf, he has a chance. This area here, I replanted some soybeans, and these soybeans are coming up here and over there as well. That's fantastic. That little guy right there is the okra that I replanted just last week. He has already popped back up, which is wonderful. I see actually a little basil forming over there too, so it looks like the second seeding went well, the reseeding part, so that is fantastic. I put marigolds in the corners. I don't see any of those coming up quite yet, but we'll just have to check that out a little bit. These guys that did come up a few weeks ago, or a while ago, are looking good. And then our peppers here are looking okay. We got some flowers on that one. So we had some flowers, but they're not looking too hot right now. So anyway, we'll be watching those guys to see how everything's going. And our spring box is last here. The peas, once again, just a dramatic difference between these peas here on the left and those peas there. They're planted at the same time. It must just be the sun that they get, or it should be the same soil, so I'm not sure. Quite a difference, but there's a lot of growth, but unfortunately that's not always what you want with the green stuff here. So did you see that? That stuff there, that's the pollen from the spinach. So it's basically gone to seed, bolted, as they say. And even though it's not that hot, it's bolted. So it's probably done. We'll probably pull it out because once it bolts, they don't taste as well. It gets bitter and stuff like that. So I think this one's probably had it. I notice there's a ladybug down there and then a ladybug over there, which is a fantastic sign. They'll be in here keeping the aphid population under control. So we have lots of kale. This looks like this has come up very well. And then kale there, some chard, a little bit, growing a little bit. We have a bunch of carrots over here, but only one carrot over there, I noticed. It was a little odd. The onions those onions are coming in okay. These ones are a little bit here. So, honestly, haven't paid a whole lot of attention to this. Just because the growth's been so slow and then doing everything else, but that lettuce looks pretty good. I think these might be beets here. Yep, so we'll have to look into those. Cilantro's starting to bolt as well, so we'll have to use that up. But overall, it's okay. It wasn't super successful for some of the stuff. We had a lot of problems with bugs in the spinach and leafy stuff, but that's all right. So anyway, we have our peas here. We have the snow peas. We should also have some of the other peas as well. We have some regular sweet peas, but I don't know where they are here. I can't remember exactly how I planted them, but it looks like the snow peas are doing well. I'm not so sure about the others. So anyway, lots of peas, and I guess we could have some carrots there too, depending on how big they are. Beets. Anyway, so things are looking okay. Some of the things, those little Black Beauty eggplants are probably struggling the most to recover from the hailstorm, but we'll just have to see how things go, and if necessary, replace them. Anyway, that is the garden for this week.